Welcome back guys to a new video. I saw that you really enjoyed my CS2 video, so I thought why not give you more tips. I'm here with 10 tips to improve your CS2 skill. Let's get into it. Hey, you there. While the video is loading, you have some time to subscribe and like the video. I would really appreciate that. Thank you and enjoy the video. Okay, so before the video starts, I currently am pretty sick. Which is kind of annoying because I can't really play games because I get a really bad headache and my nose is stuffed and shit, so it's hard to breathe. But next week I'll be making normal gameplay videos again, but I thought you liked my video settings, so why would you not like tips, I guess. So let's get into it. Also guys, I got these stickers and they look banging, bro. They look banging, man. I bet you these would look so good on my front side, Misty. But I already have gel stickers on there, so bro, they look banging, man. Holy shit. Get you some Tyloo stickers, B. They are good, holy fuck. I like them. Okay, so there's probably a lot of tips that pros can give you or other people can give you, but I think these are the 10 most important things. Like, these 10 tips that I will give you will definitely help you improve. These are things that I used to do. These are things that I tell new people to do so they improve quickly, and most of the time it works. So and I'm level 10, so your boy is level 10, so I know my game, bro. I know what you need to do to improve. So let's start with the first tip. Okay, so the first tip. My first tip for you would be to find your perfect sensitivity, and I will show you how you can do that. Okay, so currently I am playing on sensitivity 2, which I've been using for a really long time, and I have actually found that sensitivity using this method. So I will show you how you use this method. First, you go to, of course, you start up your CS and you go to practice. I used to do this on dust, so we'll just go with dust again. So you pick dust, you put in infinite ammo and infinite warm up, and you put on casual and you start. Okay, so now we are on dust. It's time to find your perfect sensitivity. So I would find a spot where you have a lot of space around you. Despawn, dust 2, perfect position. So we will do it here. Okay, so the first method that I use to try to find the perfect sensitivity, which I do in every game, not only in CS, is I place a dot on the wall and I will move my mouse across the mouse pad, and then I want to do a 180 in the game. So that basically means if I do two swipes across the whole mouse pad, I will do a 360. So I put a dot on the wall, I do a 180 and another 180, and I land almost perfectly on the dot again. So, but it's really close. You see that? That's how your sensitivity should be. Also, a big tip is try to use 400 dpi for CS. I use 400 dpi and 2 sensitivity. Another method to try and find your sensitivity is you walk up to a wall, you make like a head on the wall and you try to track it, right? So you should be tracking it while you move. You want to like stay close to it, right? Like if you're going way too fast, you should slow down your sensitivity, right? If you're going way too slow to track it, you should make your sensitivity faster, right? You can use this method to try and find your sensitivity, and then you can try the 180 method. Like if you do that, for example, and you find 3 or something, and then you do the 180 method, zoop, zoop, and you get like close with with sensitivity 3, then 3 is probably your sensitivity. If you go way too far, you should maybe lower it down a bit. But that's how I found my sensitivity. That's how you should try to find it. Don't just copy what other people are using. And let's move on to the next step. Your crosshair color actually matters, okay? Try to find the crosshair color that fits with you, right? Don't just copy what other people are using. For example, I really like using green, but I know people that say, yeah, but I can see the green when I'm playing Ancient. I mean, you could switch to blue when you play Ancient and green when you play maps like Mirage and stuff, but I like to stick with one color. So try to find a color you can see and try to find a color that is easy on your eyes, right? For example, I hate using the color red. A lot of people use red, but it fatigues my eyes. That's why I don't use it. Green feels better for my eyes, right? So just try some different colors and try to find what color fits you best and stick with that one. Alright, tip number 3. This is actually a pretty easy tip if you watched my CS2 video settings. Well, you should warm up. Don't just start playing, don't just queue into a game. Warm up a bit, warm up your aim. Try to practice your aim. Just by warming up, you'll be playing better when you'll instantly play better when you start. The way I like to practice is I go to play, I go into practice, that match, and I just practice nuke against bots. And I try to get the highest amount of kills I can with like AK, Deagle, AWP, and then I queue into my games. So most of the time when I'm playing AK against bots, I get around like 160, 165 kills. So when I'm warming up and I get like 80 kills, I don't know, 80 kills when I'm practicing, I know I'm not ready to start playing MM. So I'll just practice another game, right? Because if I just get 80 kills in practice, I just know that when I queue MM, I won't play good and I'll get angry because I'm not playing good, right? Like, practicing against bots is never gonna tilt you, it's not gonna annoy you, but playing bad in MM will affect you. Even if you're like, no, it doesn't affect me, it does. Trust me, it does affect you. So start by practicing and then you can start playing a game, alright? And maybe in the future, CS will add workshops again. I actually have an old CSGO video about settings and warming up. If CS2 adds workshop again and you can play warm-up maps again, then I would go with the method I was using there. So you just like try to flick a lot, try to hit shots that are out of your comfort zone. Like, I'll show you. Okay, so when you're warming up in CS2, you should not just be practicing if you can shoot heads. You shouldn't just be practicing tracking. There's something called an area where you can play in. I'll just call it that, right? So for example, I would say I can flick from there to there, right? This is the area I can flick in between. Like if there's a player here and I'm aiming here, I can flick to there, right? So you should also try to practice this and try to get it further away so you can start flicking there, right? This is this is like a wall. Everything outside there I have problems hitting, right? So you should practice trying to get further, right? This will make it so you get more control of your aim, but you can also try to improve inside of those boundaries, right? Just by playing in between those. You should practice both. That's how you practice, that's how you warm up, and that's how you get better in MM games. So let's move on to the next tip. Alright, ding 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 ding, the extra tip. I added this one as an extra because this crosshair color tip was a bit small, right? So I would say try to use a consistent setup, right? A lot of people overlook this, but a lot of pros do it. A lot of pros have a specific way of placing their keyboard, their mousepad, their screen, right? If it changes every time when you play, you have this adjustment period, right? Every time you play, you need to readjust. So try to stick with the same thing. I always have my keyboard in the same position. I always have my mousepad in the same position. I always have my screen in the same position. My screen is placed an arm's length away. So if I hold my arms up, you can see they're on the inside of my fingers, right? That's the way I position my screen. Then I position my eyes on the top of the screen. So the top of the screen is positioned on the same height as my eyes. I'm kind of looking down on my crosshair. Okay, then I tilt the screen a little bit. So like I said, I'm kind of looking down onto the crosshair. Then it's time to place the mousepad. So the mousepad, I always place this to my right side because I'm right-handed. And I put it like at the corner of the desk. I'll probably put a picture in the video so you can see it more clearly while I'm explaining it. It's just at the edge of the desk and it's positioned against the screen. That's how I try to remember it, right? I position the screen with one arm length away, and then I put the mousepad in between there and I put it on the corner of my desk. I used to play with the mousepad vertically, which I actually really liked, but then I switched back and now I'm playing with it like this. Some mousepads have different friction on different sides of them, right? So you can put the mousepad vertically, which I used to do because I like the friction more. You can put it upside down. You can do everything what you want, right? So you'll probably see in the picture that my mousepad is actually turned around. Like it's not positioned like it should be, but I like the friction more. And I actually do play better when it's positioned like this. And then lastly, I just put my keyboard diagonally. God damn, my English. But it's like pretty close to my chest. It's like 5 fingers away. And I put it against the screen and on top of the mousepad, so the mousepad doesn't move a lot. That's how I position my stuff. And well, you should find your own thing, but just stick with something, right? So you don't have that readjustment period every time. That's also why I don't really change a lot of stuff. Like I've been using this keyboard for a very long time. My mousepad I used to change a lot, but well, I've been using the, what's it called? I don't know what it's called. I'll put it on screen. I've been using this one. It's actually a really good one, and I've used like 20 different mousepads. This one I like the most, and I'm using the SUPERLIGHT, the mouse that like every fucking pro uses. Tip number 4: stop queuing one map, please. For the love of God, stop queuing Mirage. Everybody does this when they start playing. Just put on active duty maps or something, but stop queuing the same map over and over. By doing this, you get in different scenarios. You have to use your crosshair differently. You have to use utility differently. You have to call other positions. There's all this stuff you need to do differently if you play other maps than just one fucking map. Also, when you start playing Faceit to improve, when you start playing eSportal to improve, there's not just gonna be one map. It's not always gonna be Mirage. Stop making it so you're focused on one map. Just put on all of them. You'll improve, it's fine. Your first few games on that map will suck, but you won't be performing on one map. Will be performing on all of them. If you just queue Mirage, you won't get good at the game, you'll get good at the map. That's something different from getting good at the game. You'll get good at the game if you queue every map. So, stop queuing one map. Tip number 5. I'm so fucking autistic. Number 15. Foot ladders. We have arrived at tip number 5, which is quite an easy one actually. Start watching your demos. Of course, it is an easy tip, but CS2 is kind of being haha the funny guy. You know what? This feature we have had over 15 years. Yeah, we have deleted that now. You can't watch demos anymore because haha funny, but hey, you can inspect the flash. Did you know? Did you know you can inspect the flash? Yeah, that's cool, right? But no demos. No demos for you, but you can inspect the flash though. Come on, man. When CS2 finally decides to stop being a complete fucking team of morons, you can actually start watching demos again. And then it's time for you to play some games. And all you have to do then is rewatch your demos and you'll improve. Just rewatch your demos, see what you did wrong, and just learn from that, right? You can't learn if you don't know what you've did wrong. If you just keep queuing constantly and you don't know what you did wrong, how are you gonna improve? You're just gonna keep fucking doing it. Also, another small tip that comes with this, start using Leify, alright? Leify, if you see this, please sponsor me. I love you guys. I love your website. It's so fucking perfect. Start using Leify. So all you have to do is look up Leify. I'll even put the link in the description if you want, and start using their website. I mean, again, currently it's not working that good because CS2 doesn't have demos anymore for some fucking reason, but there's a lot of stuff you can gather from here without even watching your demo, right? You can see how much utility you used, you can see how badly you used it, how good you used it, you can look how you're aiming, you can look at your spray, see what you need to do different in your spray, you can, all these stats, so much information, and all you have to do is just log into the web page. That's all you have to do. Look at all this information. There's so much stuff to gather from here. They even give you tips. So, go to Leify, make an account, and look at your stats after your games so you can see how you can improve, you can see what you're already good at, and all of that good stuff. Alright, tip number 6. Also quite an easy one actually. Well, you don't have time to watch demos, you say. Well, go watch pro games then. There's literally a professional competition every fucking week. They do one every fucking week. I think IEM Sydney just ended, or ECL Sydney, I don't know what it is. And there's already starting a new competition like tomorrow or something. So start watching pro games. It actually helps a lot by looking at players that are better than you, that know how to play better than you. It actually helps a lot by watching pro players play the game, because I don't know, it just does something with your brain. You'll try to like copy what they're doing and stuff, and I don't know, you will learn a lot from it, like timings and all of that stuff. So just go watch pro games. It's not that much work, right? I think watching pro games actually help. It's one of the things that helped me improve mostly. Like, I've been watching the pro scene for a really long time. Even before I knew I was gonna play CS, but before I started playing it, I already watched pro games, because that way I would know what to do. Like, I would understand the basics and stuff, right? So yeah, just go watch pro games. Come on, man. This one might be a bit controversial, alright? But hear me out, okay? Don't use utility. Please, for the love of God. If you are bad at the game, right? If you're trying to learn, if you're trying to improve, just don't use utility. I think you should improve your movement, your rifling skill, your upping skill, your crosshair placement, your map knowledge, all before you start improving utility. Because utility actually affects your team. Like, if you're aiming bad and you got fucked because you're bad at the game, that's alright. But if you flash your whole team, you're not helping anybody. This isn't just a tip for you, but like, you will win more games and you'll have more fun because nobody will be mad at you that you're constantly team flashing them, right? Don't use utility until you're pretty decent at the game, and if you want to be a utility player, at least learn the utility. Don't just throw random stuff. If you don't have a basic understanding of the game, please stop using random utility. Rely on you improving, rely on your aim, rely on your movement, rely on your crosshair placement. Don't rely on utility, because that's not enough, and surely it won't work unless you can prove me wrong. But I've seen a lot of players that use utility. I've seen players that are level 8 on Faceit that use utility and that loses games because they keep fucking team flashing. Don't use utility. If you do, learn it. Utility is just bad if you're a new player. Like, there's no reason to use it, and you're just gonna fuck yourself. You're gonna fuck your team, and everybody's gonna get mad and start screaming in your ears. Well, the reason this one is quite controversial is, well, people will say, but utility is a big part of the game. I need to learn it too. I didn't say you don't need to learn it. I said you need to learn it last. I will allow you using utility, but use it when you're trying new stuff. Use it when it's not affecting your team. If you're in a 1v2 and you molly stairs, for example, on Mirage, well, then you're 1v2ing. You're learning new scenarios. You're learning new stuff. You're trying out new stuff. But if I call A rush and you start throwing random team flashes and everybody's flashed and everybody's dies, you're not trying to learn new stuff. You're just doing something people already told you not to do. The way you improve is by not using utility when your team doesn't ask you to, and you can use utility when you're in scenarios that are new to you. Like when you play B-side and you want to molly apps, for example. Molly apps? Who the fuck cares? It's not affecting your team. Just use utility that doesn't affect your team. That's all. And this isn't only for utility, right? Like, just try doing new things. Don't be scared to AWP. Don't be scared to rifle. It's not because you're 120 or if you're 0.25. If you literally have 0 damage the whole game, it doesn't matter. Don't start playing SMGs even when those Russians are screaming in your ears. Just don't. Keep rifling. Keep pushing. Just keep going. Try to rifle. Try to AWP. Try to play different positions with rifle. Maybe don't always play A. Maybe try B for once. Like, you're not in a professional team yet where you have this focused role where you can just do one thing, where you have to play one position, where you have to anchor the whole time and you have to play support. Try new things. See what fits you best. Adapt to that playstyle. Keep using it and keep using that to improve yourself. I think that's probably one of the best tips I can give you, honestly. Don't listen to other people. Try to improve. Don't listen to other people. You should listen to me. Stop team flashing, please. I literally beg you. I'm literally going insane from people fucking team flashing me in low elo. Just stop. I'm trying to help you improve. Just stop team flashing me, please. I keep getting team flashed so much, man. So fucking much. Every fucking round. Try to find people that can play with you and that you can watch and that can tell you what to do and that can help you improve. I would like to add though, if you know somebody is better than you, just listen to them. It's not that hard, right? All you have to do is listen to them. Like, say for example, I'm playing a Faceit game and I see, oh my god, who's that? Alexi B and Simple in my lobby. If Alexi B calls that I should play B, on God, bless him, I will play B side, right? He knows where I should position myself. He knows where I should play. If he tells me, go now, go in, they're not looking, go in. If you're in the position that you're not smart enough to read the game and make that decision, just listen to someone that is. Just listen to them. If you die, then you die, alright? But at least he was better at reading the scenario and maybe it wins you the round. If it doesn't, well, fuck him then. It's his fault. You can just think it's his fault. So I don't worry about it, right? It's not my fault we lost that round, it's his fault. But no, in all seriousness, You can play with people that are better than you, and just don't blame yourself for losing them the game or something, and just try to listen to them, try to improve. Don't just do the opposite of what they're saying. If they're asking you to go play B when you've have 10 hours on the game and they have 5,000, so they probably know better. If they're saying it's gonna be a B push, then it might actually be a B push. They are way better at reading the timings, they're way better at reading in the economics and stuff, right? If somebody with 10k hours says buy this round and you have 10 hours, why would you not listen to them? Like, just listen. That's all you have to do. Just listen to them. Just try to find people that are better than you and try to play with them, right? They'll help you improve if they have a good attitude, right? If you play with people that are worse than you and they have a bad attitude, that will affect you a lot too, right? So that will make sure you start playing worse as well. But yeah. Okay, so tip number 10 and my final tip. You can start playing Faceit and start playing eSportal whenever you feel like. You shouldn't wait until you're a professional player. Faceit has a lot of good players, same goes with eSportal. That way you can find people that are better than you, like I said in the last tip. Also, Faceit has this thing where you can play tournaments. So all you have to do is go to play, go to tournaments, and you can join all different types of tournaments without losing elo or gaining elo. It's basically just practice games where you get put in a scenario where you're like playing a tournament. So that will help you improve a lot too. Another thing you could do on Faceit, which you could use to do but you can't anymore, so please Faceit, if you are listening, I fucking beg you, I actually beg you, alright? Because this helped me so much. It helped me improve so much. It helped me enjoy the game more. And there's so many players missing out on this. So many new players that can't do this because you haven't added it yet. And CS doesn't have it either. Please add Unranked back. People want to play Unranked. Unranked is one of the best ways to improve. Unranked helped me a lot. So when Faceit finally adds it back, just play some Unranked games, right? Play against people that are better than you. Play with people that are better than you. Try new things. You can do all this stuff in Unranked without getting mad because you're not losing elo. Also, you could try playing eSportal, but I prefer Faceit honestly. The way I am doing this is I play MM when I feel bored, but honestly the community is so bad right now. It will just affect your mental and you probably don't even want to play anymore. So what I used to do is, like I said, play Faceit Unranked, but you can't do that anymore. Please Faceit. So what I do now is Faceit I usually play when I feel good, when I feel in the mood, when I feel like I can play good, right? So that's like my main thing. I don't really practice on there. I play when I feel like I can play good. When I want to practice, I play eSportal. I don't give a fuck about this rank. On eSportal, I don't give a fuck about the rank. On Faceit, I do. So, I practice eSportal. When I feel good, I switch over and I play Faceit. Ding, 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 ding. I have one extra tip for you. And it's the tip you have been waiting for. The perfect tip. Here it goes. Subscribe to me. Subscribe to my videos because I actually make very good guides and I will help you improve. That's my mission. My mission is to help you improve. Send your demos my way. I will watch them. I will review them for you. I will tell you what I would do in situations. I will help you improve. Because CS has been great for me. It has been... I don't know, it's the thing that has kept me alive, honestly. Like, I love the game so much, I enjoy playing it so much, and I want other people to enjoy that too. I want you to improve, I want to help you get better, I want to help you run the game so your PC doesn't crash constantly. That's why I have the video settings guide, and honestly, I just want you to enjoy the game and have fun. So, subscribe to me, add me, ask your questions in the comments, do whatever you want. If you need my help, I'm here, CertifiedGing for you, and I will see you in the next one. And of course, don't forget to leave a like, right? Because this video helped you. Well, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.